Hey yo everyone, welcome to WinDev. So we're gonna be talking about objects, okay? So our lesson number 6, and let's see. And always on this side here, you're gonna see what's going on, okay? Just look at this side here only, okay? And this right here is where I'm gonna code. Are you guys ready? Objects. What is this? Okay. I'm gonna change some things up. Okay, we got gets here, and I'm gonna call this lessons. Okay, inside the lessons, I'm going to make index. I'm gonna call it lesson 6.js. Okay, lesson 6. Let's lesson 6 call it object. Okay, object. Okay, there we go. And main here, we got here, and let's go to our index. Can we do a script also like this? I don't know. Let's see. Lesson. Okay, let me try this. Okay, okay, that works too. All right, lesson number 6, object. Okay, now that we have that, let's go ahead and initialize our value and our object. Okay, let student, we're gonna have a name and call it John, and then we're gonna have an age, it's 26, and then is enrolled. True. Okay, so let's take a look at this. This right here, the name is a key. Okay, and age is also a key, and is enrolled is also a key. A key is always on the left side, so this is a value, and a value. A value always stays on the right. Okay, and then objects are defined using curly braces. Okay, as you can see, and each property consists of key and value. All right, now we're gonna do something different. Okay, how do we access the object property? Okay, we call these properties. All right, now let's go ahead and access console.log, access any property here. I want to access student.name. There we go. We got John and age, 26, is enrolled, etc., etc. So we got that, and there's 2 ways we can access the properties. Okay, one is called a dot notation, and the other one is a bracket notation, like this. There we go, John, and then age, and yeah, dot notation. And sometimes we prefer dot notation because it's clearer and it's awesome. Now we're gonna be talking about updating the object. How do we do that? We're gonna change the student age to 30. Okay, and then we're gonna add something to it as well. The grade, we don't have any grade inside yet, right? So we're gonna be adding something, 8. Now we're gonna console.log the student object. See what we got. So we have more properties here now. Grade. So anytime we do something like this, it means we're adding something, we're assigning something. And if we do something like this, it means we're accessing a property, right? Because we have a property inside. If not, it's gonna create a new one, as you can see. There we go. We changed the age also, right? 30. Yep, we did. Cool. And now we're gonna be talking about deleting objects. Okay. How do we do that? We just basically use the delete keyword. Student enrolled is not enrolled anymore, so we're just gonna delete it. How about that? There we go. Now we only have 2 properties left. Okay, that's how you do it. That's how we delete it. Now we're gonna be talking about iterating through an object. Okay, for let key, this you can name anything, but it makes sense to call it a key, right? In student console.log, and then you can do key and see what's up. So we get all the key, right? But what do we want the value? This is how we call it. We're gonna call the object itself and key. See, we got it. And then we can do something like this. Key, like that. Cool. And we'll get back to it later, like this right here. It means we're accessing the key, right? The key, we're accessing the key. That means it's gonna give us a value. So hope you can get that. Now we're gonna be talking about nested objects. The students now is gonna have something, right? Now we can just add them, right? We're gonna do student dot, of course gonna have hobbies, right? Hobbies, when I add an object in there, I'm gonna say hobby 1, reading, hobby 2, and we're gonna say coding, hobby 3, we're gonna say playing. Okay, now let's go ahead and console log our object. There we go. We got the hobbies added. Pretty cool, right? These, we call it a nested object. So you can see we have objects inside an object. All right, now how do we access the object? As you can see, we have this. Now let me make it visibly showing, right? Let's do this instead. Hobby. Okay, and let's format it. Now let's just delete this. We're gonna have the same thing. Okay, all right, we got hobbies. How do we access it? What do you guys think? We access the name like this. It gives us the value. Now we can do hobbies. It's gonna give us another object. How do we access the number 3, right? Hobby 3. Do it like this. We get playing. There we go. So you can see that's how it works. And let's talk about key methods for objects. Okay, we're gonna see all the keys. Let's do this. We're gonna do Object.keys, all the keys. I'm gonna say student. What do we got? We got all the keys, right? What about the values? Values of the students. We got all the values, okay, in an array. Okay. And also here, entries. This one is very cool, right? It returns everything in an array. Look at it. The key and value in an array. Key, value. So entries. I don't know if entries is useful, but it's very, very crazy the way it returns it. Now, how do we even access it, right? How do we even access it? That means you have to loop it somehow, right? And we're gonna do that later down the road, okay? But for now, we're just gonna talk about objects. Now we're gonna create a new object. I'm gonna say let car equals brand Tesla, and then model by year is brand new, 2024. Okay, and now we want to add a new property to it. How do we do it? Car dot is electric equals true, right? It is true, right? There we go. And we want to be able to log the key and values. How do we do that again? Remember, we're gonna go for let key in car console.log, and we can use template literal. Can use key, and then can use car key. There we go. Awesome. How do we access the object entries, right? Object entries, right? So we're gonna say Object.entries of a car. Console.log Object.entries car. Okay, how do we access these? Okay, all right, we can use like do Object.entries car dot for each, and do key value and console.log here key value. As you can see, we got things like that. So I don't know why you will want to use entries, right? Instead, we could just use for let key key in car, right? And we're basically gonna do this, all right? I'm gonna say key car. There we go. Almost the same thing, right? This is for n. Okay, for n and entries. Look at that, entries. The one cool thing about entries is because it kind of extracts the key and value already, instead of using something like this, right? because if you want to use the value, you have to access it like this. But here, you can basically name it anything you want, right? Cool. That's it. That's all the lesson, guys. Hope you guys like it. Thumbs up and like and subscribe so that I can put out more content and be motivated. All right. Hope you guys see success soon. Peace out.